Warning: this video might scare you. If you're easily frightened, it's best not to watch. Viewer discretion is advised.
Number 1. Greg shared a video of himself riding his ATV through a quiet forest trail. He was clearly enjoying the ride, speeding through the open path with no obstacles in sight. At least, that's what he thought. But suddenly, something unexpected happened that stopped him cold. As he zoomed between the trees, a hidden metal wire stretched across the trail caught onto his helmet. It brought him to a sudden halt. Thankfully, the wire snapped, and his helmet protected him from serious injury. He wasn't bleeding, but the situation could have ended very differently. Without the helmet, the wire could have caused fatal damage. Greg later mentioned how lucky he was. This wasn't just a random accident. Someone had set up a trap. Sadly, this kind of thing happens more often than you'd think on remote trails, and not everyone walks away unharmed. Whoever is setting these wires clearly has dangerous intentions. Always wear a helmet when trail riding and don't go too fast, especially in remote areas. No matter how people feel about ATV riders, nothing justifies putting someone's life in danger. Number 2. Todd Brown, a tech-savvy hobbyist from Wisconsin, had always been drawn to the hidden side of everyday life. Whether he was metal detecting, magnet fishing, or experimenting with time-lapse videos, he loved exploring things most people never noticed. But one particular night, he turned his focus to the sky. Armed with a high-end low-light camera, Todd set out to film the night sky in a way the human eye simply can't. He expected the usual sights: stars slowly drifting by, maybe a shooting star or a satellite. But what he captured was far from ordinary. At first, everything looked normal. A calm, star-filled sky stretched above. Then, faint movements appeared. Quick blips barely visible in the corner of the frame. Tiny objects zipped across the sky, far too fast for any plane or satellite. At first, he assumed they were space debris, or maybe distant aircraft. But as the objects shifted direction, slowed down, and moved in strange, sharp patterns, Todd realized this wasn't anything man-made. One object in particular caught his attention. It came to a complete stop, not slowing naturally like a satellite or banking like a plane, but hovering with purpose. Then, without warning, it disappeared. Not by flying out of view or fading into the distance. It simply blinked out of existence. Todd, who had spent years capturing hidden corners of the world, now had footage of something he couldn't explain. It didn't behave like anything known. It didn't want to be seen. What else is out there, just beyond what we can see? Number 3. A group of friends were having a fun, casual night, recording light-hearted videos for TikTok. Everything was filled with laughter and good vibes, until something shifted.
Está viendo. Yo sé. Ah, no, es el árbol, es la sombra. No. Velo, bien impresionante.
Just beyond the reach of the backyard lights, near a tree, a dark figure appeared. It didn't move with the wind or shift like a shadow normally would. It simply stood there, watching.
Pero se ve muy negro, súper negro. Yo digo que es la sombra del árbol, pero ellas dicen que es otra cosa. Ok, nos estamos acercando, pero estoy confuso.
At first, they tried to ignore it, brushing it off as nothing. But then, it moved. That was enough to break the fun. The light mood turned uneasy, and eventually, they decided to call it a night.
Se ve súper negro. Una mancha negra. Ya lo miraron. Ya vámonos. No te pases. No te pases.
It quickly went viral, with many people in the comments convinced that the figure wasn't just a shadow. Some said it looked exactly like the Hat Man, a figure often linked to unsettling paranormal encounters. Number 4. This next clip comes from the Flex Tapes, a YouTube channel where Flex shares his peaceful outdoor adventures, usually filled with camping, hiking, and quiet time in nature. His goal is to inspire others to unplug and enjoy the simplicity of life away from screens. But during one of his recent hikes, Flex stumbled upon something out of the ordinary, something that would turn a quiet trip into an unforgettable experience. While exploring a forest trail, Flex came across an abandoned caravan hidden just off the path. What caught his attention wasn't just the fact that it was deserted, it was the state it was left in. Inside, everything was still in place. Personal items, furniture, even toiletries. It felt like someone had left in a hurry and never came back. Curious and intrigued, Flex decided to return and spend the night in the caravan, thinking it would make a great story for his channel. On January 26, 2023, as the sun went down, he explored the space, which was strangely intact despite being in the middle of the woods. He chose an old couch in the main room as his sleeping spot, tidied it up, and set up his gear.
Inside, you get an idea. I mean, most of the windows are gone, but the curtains are over them. It's in fairly good condition. It's not wrecked or anything like that. I think it's only recently been discovered, and maybe some people have been in it. I noticed a bit of graffiti on the other side. Somewhere to sleep. I'll have a look in the bedrooms, and if not, I'm liking the look of these sofas. I'll maybe move some of this stuff and set up there. I'll set up my little camping stove on top of that TV, I think, because that's a perfect table. Anyone remember these old TVs? Well, we're not sleeping in that bedroom. That is piled. The bathroom, there's still toilet roll and like hairbrushes and stuff. It's just mental, isn't it? It's on a different level. It's just full of stuff. There's lots of baby photos.
As night fell, the atmosphere grew heavier, but everything remained calm. He cooked dinner, shared a few ghost stories on camera for fun, and even commented on how surprisingly cozy the place felt.
So I've got some soup. The only issue I've got really is so close to the road, you can just hear every car going past, every single car. That's weird. Just the wind, though. It's like a draft blowing through. Oh, and I haven't got a pan. I haven't brought a pan. Shit. I'm gonna have to do this old school. That'll do.
With his camera recording, he eventually drifted off to sleep, but as the night wore on, the quiet was broken by odd rustling sounds. subtle at first, then more noticeable. Flex, however, didn't wake up. Finally, Flex woke up from a deep sleep. He did sense something that made him feel a bit uneasy, but he had no idea that his camera had just recorded something strange.
No, I think we're all right. Quite a good sleep. I'm going to go back to sleep in a second. Chatted pretty disjointing in the morning. It's pretty uneventful, to be honest. Yeah. Enjoying the morning.
The next morning, he felt rested, unaware of anything unusual. He made breakfast, packed up, and left, calling the night uneventful.
Quite honest, a little bit cold because the battery ran out on my heated jacket, but I mean, other than that, I mean, if you really did need it, you're in desperate need of somewhere to stay for a night, perfect, you know.
It wasn't until he reviewed the footage later that he discovered the eerie noises caught during the night. Though it's unclear what caused them, an animal, the wind, or something else, it left a lasting impression. Whatever happened in that caravan, Flex was lucky nothing worse occurred. It's just another reminder that sometimes the scariest things are the ones we don't even realize are happening. Number 5. In the summer of 2016, 17-year-old Mike Manal from Germany embarked on his first solo trip to Malta. For the first few days, he enjoyed the island with his girlfriend. But after she left, Mike continued exploring alone, equipped with just a backpack, a GoPro, and a rented bike. On July 18th, he sent a message to his father, and then he disappeared. Days passed without any updates. He didn't return home, and he missed his scheduled flight. Alarmed, his family contacted authorities. Then, on July 26th, a tragic discovery was made. Mike's lifeless body was found at the base of Dingley Cliffs, a well-known scenic spot in Malta. His rented bike was found above the cliffs, oddly untouched and securely resting in place. But the truly disturbing part? His backpack and GoPro were missing. And more unsettling, his body showed no fractures, which would be unusual for someone who had allegedly fallen from such a great height. Even more bizarre was the condition of his remains. Most of his internal organs were missing, a fact that has fueled speculation and suspicion ever since. Authorities ruled the incident an accident, but many find this explanation hard to believe, given the condition of the body and the missing items. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened to Mike Manal, whether it was foul play, a cover-up, or something stranger altogether. Number 6. Tyler is no stranger to the wild. As an experienced outdoorsman, he's camped through storms, dealt with wild animals, and spent countless nights under the stars. But nothing could have prepared him for what unfolded on this trip. He and his friend Marvin were camping at the Yellowbanks, a place Tyler often visited. Tyler had settled into his truck for the night while Marvin took shelter in a nearby tent. That's when their phones buzzed. An emergency tornado warning.
Guys, welcome back to another video. I am out here at the beautiful campgrounds known as Yellowbanks. I come here quite a bit actually. It was storming, raining pretty bad. It said it was going to rain all night, but I don't think it's going to.
He said, can I hang out?
Can I hang out in your shelter? I know the truck looks cozy and all, but there's just something about a nice hot tent setup, little TP hot tent, to kind of get the camping vibes going. Seeing that we're in a tornado warning right now. Woo, it's about to get interesting tonight. Yes, sir. If you're not from the Midwest, you wouldn't understand, but we love tornadoes. We don't get scared, we don't run away. We go out and we chase them.
At first, they weren't too worried. Tyler even recorded a video talking about the weather and joking about Midwest folks not fearing tornadoes. But moments later, sirens started blaring and ominous clouds rolled in fast. The mood quickly shifted from laid back to urgent.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but tornado sirens are going off now. Which is surprising, you know, it's not really surprising this time of year. I mean, the other day it was like 65 degrees out. Day before that was like 20 degrees. So weather fluctuating like that, hot, cold, perfect brewing temps for a tornado. So
As the storm intensified, winds began hammering the area and a tornado touched down.
all right, we might have to abandon. Come on, let's go. Come on, it's coming. You gotta leave the food behind.
South of Highway 224 and R57, very specific location.
Ooh, that was crazy.
In Norwalk, that is part of the apparent tornado path. So again, starting to talk about damage in.
Oh man, his shelter's gone.
In Norwalk, several houses.
Tyler and Marvin were forced to abandon their camp setup mid-meal, racing for safety. Rain slammed the truck. The sirens wailed again, and then a second tornado struck.
It is super calm right now. Like say the eye of the storm or whatever. That's crazy. Now we gotta try to salvage what's left of camp. Dinner tonight is no longer gonna be SOS. As you guys saw me making it. I mean, yeah, it got a little dark out, but all of a sudden that storm just came out of nowhere. I mean, those winds had to be, I don't even know, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. Super crazy. Everything's lost. As you can see, the whole campsite's just gone. We gotta start trying to find out exactly where everything is. There's 3 tornadoes on the ground. I mean, this is wild. All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta start trying to find everything, so. All right, love you. Be safe.
All right, too. Always.
Bye. Had to give a quick update to the wife, let her know we just kind of survived a tornado. This is wild. Whole campsite's gone, man. I mean, I can replace this. Not, you know, the end of the world. I'm not gonna put anyone safety at first.
Then, another siren. It wasn't over. A third tornado had touched down. Trees were uprooted, the roads blocked, and the entire campground lay in ruins.
We can go get some food since our dinner is out, spread all across the woods. And we got, I mean, look at this. Damage everywhere. Man. I'm gonna have to just drive right up over this. I don't think that's gonna be that big of a deal. Maybe I can move some of it. Damn, Silky.
Their dinner was scattered in the woods, and the entire area looked like a war zone. Tyler called his wife to let her know they were safe, though everything else was lost. Even on their way out, the destruction was relentless. Snapped trees, emergency crews everywhere, and debris covering every road. The park had to be shut down. In the end, Tyler and Marvin left with nothing but their lives. The storm had wiped out everything else. It was a brutal reminder. No matter how prepared you think you are, nature always has the final say.
It's just destroyed everything.
Okay, well, I'm trying to, that's why I got this plow truck, because I couldn't get through my board.
Oh yeah, no, I had to run over the trees to get out.
Is anybody over here at the pond?
No, everyone had left. We were the only ones here.
Okay.
Like I said, we were at T2. We drove around a little bit before the storm actually hit.
Yep.
I didn't see anyone else camping. But yeah, on our way out, we had to drive through all them trees and shit over there that are across that road. But
I'm gonna close the road and just shut this down for now until we get everything cleared up.
okay.
Okay. You have camping stuff out here still?
It's all over the woods.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably come back tomorrow, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, we just don't want people in here right now.
Number 7. This fisherman was enjoying a calm day out in his kayak in the Florida Keys when he hooked what seemed like a regular catch. But within seconds, things took a wild turn.
Oh, that feels like a bait. Oh my God! Woo-hoo-hoo!
As he reeled it in, the water behind the fish erupted. A massive shark surged up from the depths, moving with terrifying speed. The predator was laser-focused, chasing the fish straight toward the kayak. In a blink, it was inches away, the surface of the water splitting open right beside him. Had it struck the kayak, it could have easily flipped him over or worse, but in a stroke of luck, the shark veered off at the last second. Number 8. Vahid, a well-known outdoor YouTuber who crafts survival tools and hikes with his loyal husky, was on what seemed like a peaceful trip through the Swedish wilderness. After a successful fishing session and a hearty meal, he and his dog began hiking uphill for a scenic view, completely unaware that something far more intense was waiting just ahead. As they climbed, Vahid's husky suddenly froze, eyes fixed down the hill. Trusting his dog's instincts, Vahid looked, and there it was.
I think I saw a bear. There are some birds in distress over there. I just saw an animal move. There it is. There it is. Between. There. It's coming here. Hey! Hey!
A massive bear, moving through the trees. At first, it hadn't noticed them, but when Vahid started shouting to scare it off, everything changed.
Come in the head. Don't come here. Kom inte hit. Nej. Nej. Nej, kom inte hit. Nej. Nej, kom inte hit. Kom inte hit. Nej, 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 nej. Nej, nej. Gå bort. Gå bort. Kom inte hit. Kom inte hit. Kom inte hit. Gå bort härifrån.
The shouting may have caught the bear's attention even more, and for a few tense seconds, it looked like things could turn deadly. The bear came closer, seemingly curious or confused, before finally turning and walking away. Vahid and his husky were unbelievably lucky. They left the area immediately, shaken but unharmed. Some viewers believe his loud reaction may have attracted the bear rather than scared it off, but either way, this encounter was a chilling reminder that nature doesn't play by our rules. Number 9.
Mox, the fearless explorer behind Moxley's paranormal world, is no stranger to eerie encounters. Known for investigating the UK's most haunted locations, he and his friend Ming set out on a chilling overnight mission. finding an abandoned mansion deep in the woods, rumoured to be haunted by a lingering spirit. But from the start, something felt off. As they made their way through the dense forest, strange sounds surrounded them.
That's hidden out here in the middle of the woods. So we're walking through the woodland to get to it, and we're hearing all sorts of weird stuff. We're almost like, feel like we're being followed around this place. And we've heard somebody cough. We've heard some other weird, I can't put my finger on it, but we both feel the exact same way. Like, we shouldn't be here. I don't know what to say. It just feels off. Something here feels so off.
Coughs, whispers, and the unsettling sensation of being followed. Then, an unexpected discovery.
We found a grave just here in the woods. Now, this has put us right on edge, and I don't know why, but look at it. Rest in peace, these are old. I don't want to be walking through it too much, but they're everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere. Like I said, we were here looking for a mansion, and we found this. Look at that one in the back. Look at that. Dug right down, and they go all the way back there as well. One of the scariest places I've been. You'd have to be here to feel what we're feeling out here. It's just such a weird feeling to it. Mink, I've just been saying the exact same thing.
You have?
A horrible feeling. Like when we were walking down that hill there.
Yeah.
We heard a man cough.
Yeah.
I heard it, you heard it.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're hearing weird stuff out here.
A forgotten graveyard, its old, crumbling tombstones hidden beneath the trees. Undeterred, they pressed on, but the journey took longer than expected.
Well, yeah, so if anything, just follow the road traffic. Just follow the road traffic, and that'll take us somewhere. To be walking since 11 o'clock, and it's 1:05 now, did you say?
No, 5 to 1.
5 to 1. It's a long time of walking and not actually getting anywhere. I don't like it. This doesn't... Yeah, it's steep this, mate. This doesn't feel right whatsoever. There's a hell of a lot of animals. Somebody coughed then, didn't they?
Yeah. I know what.
Hello? Somebody's walking through here, mate. Somebody's walking through there.
We've got to be doing.
Is there someone there? Mate, you remember why we parked the car from here?
What the hell was that?
Something just made the bird. That was like a big doof. Did you hear it though? Please tell me you heard it.
I heard it. That's why I said, what the hell was that? And to answer your question, I haven't got a frigging clue where the car is that we come across.
Well, the main one was the mansion.
The mansion itself, yeah.
And we don't even know where it is from here. We've got no clue whatsoever.
We're getting bit to death out here.
There's something that was supposed to be coming out, checking out. Somebody laughing at us. Some fucker laughing at us. You heard the talking and then you heard somebody laughing. Right, let's get out of here, mate.
Yeah.
Let's start making our way out, record everything. I heard somebody talking, then I heard the laughing. Now we're hearing dogs, and we have no clue where we're going.
Lost, with no signal and no clear path, frustration set in, until finally they reached their destination.
Right, I say we just keep going this way.
Straight through?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we've got to go somewhere, haven't we?
I'm not worried because somebody was there then. Somebody was 100% down there.
The thing is, we can't see them.
No.
I mean, look at all the camouflage that we've got, if there is somebody there.
My torch has died. So now, all I've got is a look of Ernie's torch.
Oh, mine ain't on much, mine's only on 40% now.
Good thing is I've still got this light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was coming with you.
I'm not sure you can see that, folks, but now you might be able to.
Is that a tower?
It looks like a tower to me.
Put your light back on it there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's definitely a tower. And we've definitely got a gate here. Private property. Oh my, we have to turn around again.
What they found, however, was not what they had hoped. The mansion was heavily guarded with warning signs, and nearby, they spotted people watching them from a lit window, accompanied by dogs. Before they could process the situation,
There's a gap. Right, well, let's see. It's going to be a bit much. Well, the gates haven't been used for a long time earlier, I'll be honest with you. Right, look at this. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Is this the mansion? That looks like a church to me.
That looks like a church.
Oh. Ming, look at this.
Oh my God.
Look at this, it's like a bleeding castle.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Totally in awe of the mansion's sheer size, the two friends cautiously explore its perimeter, hoping to find a way inside without causing any damage. But just as their excitement builds, a chilling discovery dawns on them.
Yeah. Same. Mate, what is this? I don't know if you'll be able to see, but look at this. Wow. Grand piano, everything in there. Just been about there then. Yeah. There's another building. It's got lights on right next to this. And there's two people just looked out the window. Right. And they've got dogs with them. Right? Yeah. And they've just looked, pointed at me. Right. I looked over. Okay. It's like, I need to record this. Right. I'm just checking to see if there's a way into this, because it's marvellous, this place.
It is. It's
but
huge.
They've gone. They're not in the window now, mate.
Right. So they've been in there.
Yeah, they were in that window right in front.
shouts echoed through the night, threatening to release the dogs. With no choice but to flee, Mox and Ming ran deep into the woods, hiding as unfamiliar voices called out in the darkness.
Jesus Christ! I thought somebody was literally stood there.
The statue.
I literally just almost had a heart attack. Oh, I thought somebody was literally just stood there watching me. Ming?
Yes, mate.
I was just going over to check this cannon out there.
The what? Cannon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it there. That's all cannon.
Shotgun shot. Yeah, somebody's looking out that window again there, mate. God damn it, somebody's looking out the window. Oh, they're over there. Look at all the shotgun shells. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. There's people come out over there shouting all this weird stuff. I couldn't even understand what they're saying. The only thing I could understand is we're going to let the dogs out. And it's like, what? So we just run across the field. And we've just sat in here for 5 minutes, but now you can hear them shouting and screaming. I don't even know what they're saying.
I have no idea.
They're making some weird noises.
Yeah. I've not a clue what they're saying.
But I'm sure they said, get off the land, and then we'll let the dogs out and all this.
Yeah.
So we've come into the...
We're back in the woods.
We've come in the woods. We've sat in the woods for a few minutes just to try and gather ourselves. And then it's like, they're shouting again, but not shouting anything in particular. What do you mean, what's that? Where?
Come over this way a bit, you won't be able to see it.
The sign in the tree.
Dogs loose, keep out.
Oh, you are joking me.
Oh, look, I can see it.
It was only after an exhausting trek that they finally made it back to civilization. Shaken, but safe. Their search for the haunted mansion may not have gone as planned, but the terrifying reality of that night will stay with them forever. Number 10. The YouTube channel Novice Wild Camper revolves around the thrill and unpredictability of camping in remote natural settings. The creator behind the channel frequently documents their wilderness adventures, blending storytelling with equipment reviews and helpful camping advice for outdoor enthusiasts. In this particular upload, the camper recounts a disturbing solo trip that led them to swear off returning to a specific forest location ever again. The video starts with the camper introducing the peaceful, isolated area chosen for the overnight stay. After setting up camp in a scenic spot surrounded by nature, things initially seem serene. As darkness sets in, the situation begins to shift. Strange noises echo through the woods, unsettling the camper.
A time-lapse captures the night's atmosphere but is unexpectedly cut off around 3 a.m. The reason? The camper claims they were disturbed by rain and unidentified sounds. By 4 a.m., the footage resumes, only this time, it's recorded from inside a car, not a tent. What follows is an explanation of several unexplained events that led the camper to abandon their site.
Right, it's 7:30. I'm back at camp. Everything's as it was, apart from my water bottle, which is crushed on the floor, which is a bit weird. This is seriously the weirdest forest I've ever camped in. This was not enjoyable. Not in the slightest. It was weird. But even just now, before I turned the camera on, things are just crashing down around me. It's all quiet and I don't like it here. I'm getting backed up. Stuff the bacon walls.
According to the creator, rocks were mysteriously thrown near the tent multiple times, yet no source could be identified. At one point, a tree branch, previously intact, suddenly snapped and fell directly onto the tent. That final incident was enough for the camper to pack up and seek safety in their car. As dawn breaks, they cautiously return to the site to inspect their belongings.
The entrance to go in there is just there. And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me and he went, "Alright." And I was like, "Alright." He went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, I just did a little hammock camp." And he said, "You're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off.
Everything appears undisturbed, except for a crushed water bottle lying oddly on the ground. Number 11. This eerie footage comes from Ian, better known as the Midwest ghost hunter, who's made a name for himself by investigating some of the most haunted places across the US. On this solo adventure, Ian treks deep into the overgrown woods of Minnesota to explore Vicksburg Cemetery, a long-forgotten burial ground said to be steeped in local legends and paranormal activity. On the night of May 26, 2023, Ian makes his way through the dense forest and arrives at the cemetery just as darkness settles in. The place is already giving him the creeps, silent, isolated, and with an unsettling energy hanging in the air.
Very spooky walk to get to this cemetery. And in a weird way, I love it, but I also hate it. It is a very weird relationship I have with these haunted places, I tell you. Just think of all the animals that might be out here. So not only do I have to worry about spirits, I have to worry about wildlife as well. I'm already freaked out. It is so creepy out here. But I'm going to be staying the entire night, no matter what happens.
Not long after setting up, Ian is startled by a rustling sound nearby. That's when things begin to take a chilling turn.
Is there anybody in this cemetery? Could you speak? My name is Ian. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that scared the cemetery. Alright, I'm coming over to visit. I hope you don't mind. Oh my gosh. This whole grave is in shambles. I'm sorry that your tombstone has been destroyed. What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you.
At this moment, a woman's whisper intelligently responds to my question.
Holy crap.
As he steps into the cemetery, Ian notices damaged gravestones and wonders aloud if the place had been vandalized. That's when he hears it, a faint female whisper responding to his question. Shocked but intrigued, he thanks the spirit and pulls out his K2 meter, hoping to catch more signs.
Got a K2 meter in my hand. This measures electromagnetic fields. I'm gonna see if I can communicate with you. In my left hand, I have a green light. It won't harm you in any way. All it will simply do is detect your presence. If you're still here, could you tell me your name? Because unfortunately, there's really no way for me to tell. I really don't want to dig around your grave shambles, because I don't want to damage it any further. I'm here with nothing but respect. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes right now. But that's okay. It's worth it. If I could just hear your voice one more time. Whoa. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I heard that. I heard you once again. Whoa, you just drained my battery too. Dang, dude. All right. I'm gonna review this when I get home, and I'll know your message.
Though the device doesn't light up, Ian hears the woman again. Moments later, his fully charged camera battery dies without warning. Classic paranormal interference.
Just died, and this is a fresh battery, and that was right after she said something, which is further evidence that spirits really do drain these batteries for energy.
The night only grows stranger. Ian's infrared camcorder captures a wispy figure drifting in the background, something he doesn't notice until reviewing the footage later.
Ian, I would really like to get to know you. Oh, it is so scary out here. You have no idea how freaky it is. Oh, here it is. The supposed glowing grave. If there's anyone that haunts this gravesite, could you show yourself somehow? Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that? Did you just rattle this fence? If that was you, and you just rattled this fence, could you do it again? Whoa. Holy moly.
Then, near a grave labeled Nanny, he hears a distinct rattle from a nearby fence. When he asks for it to happen again, it does. The activity is building. Things take an emotional turn when Ian finds a grave belonging to a little girl named Ida.
What does that say? Nanny? Is your name Nanny? Whoa. Okay. I take that as a yes. Thank you. I take it you're a female. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Does that say what I think it says? 5 years old? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. That is so tragic. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you come off so playful. Is there anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more? Dude, oh my God, I just heard you again.
Who died at just 5 years old. As he speaks to her gently, her name is whispered back to him, followed by mysterious movement around the grave.
I definitely heard an I. What does that say? Ida! Oh my God! Her name is Ida! And I just heard that on the voice recorder. That is exactly what I heard now that I think about it. It was definitely an I. Holy shit, my heart is thumping right now. Dude, this is insane. I'm getting so much awesome activity over here. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, those are moving. Photo. Could you smile? All right, I'm gonna count to 3, okay? And I want you to pose for this photo. 1, 2, 3.
In a photo he snaps, 2 misty, childlike figures appear behind the fence, gone in the next shot.
Ida, are you still here with me? I was just having so much fun with you earlier, and I'd be sad to see you go. And I don't really know how much longer I could stay here. Whoa! Oh my God! Dude, she just touched my shoulder! Oh my God! She like flicked me on the shoulder.
Just when Ian thinks the night couldn't get more intense, he feels something flick his shoulder. He didn't see anything at the time, but a review
to capture this orb just before it happens. You can clearly tell that this orb is inside of the fence as it floats towards me.